From temples to tech, the epic story of banks. Introduction: why this story matters. Banks shape our daily lives, but few know how ancient, global, and transformative their story truly is. From grain silos to digital wallets, the journey of banks is one of innovation and power. In this video, we'll explore how early societies stored value, how banks grew empires, and how they may evolve next. We'll cross continents, from Mesopotamia to Renaissance Italy, from the Islamic Golden Age to modern America. This is not just a story of money. It's the story of civilization, trust, ambition, and the future of finance. Temples, ledgers, and trust. Ancient banking routes. Mesopotamia and Sumer. c. 3000 BCE. The first banks appeared in temples. Priests managed grain, silver, and credit in Mesopotamia. Clay tablets recorded deposits, loans, and interest. These were the world's earliest account books. Loans were made in silver or grain, with interest rates often fixed by the king's law. Temples were seen as divine, trustworthy, and neutral, perfect for handling economic power. Merchants used seals and scribes to record contracts, a precursor to modern legal banking systems. Egypt and the Nile economy, circa 2000 BCE. Egyptians used grain banks. Government-controlled granaries stored harvests and issued receipts. Workers, especially in the Nile flood season, were often paid in grain, which was redeemable later. Temple granaries in Thebes and Memphis served both religious and economic functions. Grain receipts were sometimes traded, functioning like early forms of money or IOUs. These systems were vital for stabilizing food supply and managing state labor. India and the Maurya Empire, c. 300 BCE. Ancient Indian texts mention moneylenders, trade credit, and banking agents. In cities like Pataliputra, bankers lent money to merchants and kings alike. The Arthashastra, a classic Indian treatise, outlined interest rates and contracts. Merchant guilds acted as both insurers and informal banks, pooling wealth. Temples often served dual religious and economic roles, like issuing credit and storing wealth. Ancient China and the first promissory notes. Ancient China pioneered promissory notes, enabling secure long-distance trade payments. In Zhou Dynasty China, wealthy merchants issued fipio, early paper promises of payment used to guarantee future transactions. Silk Road trade required trust, so Chinese merchants developed innovative banking tools like promissory notes to secure long-distance commercial deals. Families and merchant clans handled deposits, loans, safekeeping, and also issued credit notes to support growing trade across vast Chinese territories. Local officials and temples often acted as trusted record keepers, maintaining transaction records and safeguarding financial agreements for merchants and travelers. Over time, China's financial system developed into something astonishingly modern, featuring credit networks, paper money, and sophisticated banking institutions. Greece and Rome, from temples to traders. In Greece and Rome, banking evolved from temple-based safekeeping to private traders offering loans and credit. Greek city-states used temple treasuries and money changers to facilitate commerce, manage public funds, and support private financial transactions. In Athens, Tripetitai bankers accepted deposits, made loans, invested capital, and even provided credit for merchants and large commercial ventures. Roman bankers, Argentarii, offered loans, managed accounts, facilitated currency exchange, held deposits, and played key roles in legal and commercial transactions. Rome had a court system for resolving banking disputes, a clear sign of financial maturity that supported complex contracts, loans, and commercial partnerships. Some Roman banks failed, foreshadowing the risks of leverage, speculation, and economic instability that would later challenge financial systems across history. Faith, finance, and expansion, banking in the Middle Ages. Islamic Golden Age, 8th to 13th century. During the Islamic Golden Age, scholars and merchants advanced banking with checks, credit, partnerships, and sophisticated financial contracts. Islam prohibited interest, riba, but allowed profit-sharing arrangements, mudaraba, encouraging investment partnerships where profits were shared and losses carefully managed. Muslim merchants built vast trade networks using letters of credit, SAC, enabling safe, efficient long-distance transactions without carrying large amounts of cash. Bank-like institutions in Baghdad and Cairo financed caravans and global commerce, offering loans, safeguarding deposits, and supporting international trade across vast regions. Religious ethics shaped financial systems, emphasizing trust, fairness, and accountability, which helped build strong commercial relationships across diverse cultures and regions. Islamic finance laid the groundwork for later European banking models, influencing concepts like credit, partnerships, promissory notes, and risk-sharing agreements. Medieval Europe and the Templars. In medieval Europe, the Templars pioneered secure banking services, enabling safe transfers of wealth across long distances. Europe's early bankers were clergy. Monasteries held gold, lent money to nobles and merchants, recorded deposits, and provided basic financial services across regions. The Knights Templar acted like international bankers, securely transferring funds between cities, safeguarding wealth, and supporting commerce and pilgrimages across Europe. Pilgrims could deposit money in London and withdraw it in Jerusalem, using coded letters of credit managed by the Knights Templar to ensure safe, cashless travel across continents. Their fall revealed the danger of banking power mixed with politics, as envy, debt, and royal ambition led to the Templars' downfall and the seizure of their assets. Later guilds and merchants learned to separate religious from economic risk, developing secular financial practices that focused on contracts, credit, and commercial profit. Italian Renaissance banking. Italian Renaissance banking flourished with powerful families like the Medici, introducing double-entry bookkeeping and credit systems. Florence, Venice, and Genoa were financial powerhouses of medieval Europe, driving trade, banking innovation, and early capitalist enterprise. The Medici family pioneered double-entry bookkeeping and commercial banks, revolutionizing financial accountability and establishing a network that shaped European economic growth. Letters of credit, promissory notes, and currency exchange became common, streamlining trade and reducing the risks of carrying large sums of money. Banks fueled trade, exploration, and even wars by financing states, supporting ambitious ventures, and reshaping the balance of power in Europe. Trust in these bankers enabled the rise of capitalism itself, as reliable credit, investment, and financial networks powered markets and entrepreneurial growth. Conclusion. In the Middle Ages, faith shaped finance as banking evolved to support trade, trust, and expansion across Europe and the Islamic world. From sacred temples to Venetian ledgers, banks evolved with trust, records, and trade, laying the foundation for today's global financial systems. Each civilization added tools, from grain receipts to credit letters to double-entry books, building a layered, adaptive system of global finance. But this is only the beginning. Next, we dive into the explosive rise of modern banks, shaping nations, markets, and the world economy. We'll see how empires, revolutions, and crises shaped today's financial world, driving innovation, regulation, and the global banking systems we rely on. And we'll ask, what role will banks play in a world transformed by blockchain, AI, and the rise of global digital finance systems.
Hello everyone. I am very excited to share my new YouTube video with you, and I need your support to continue to bring quality and enriching content. If you enjoyed my content, please help me by like the video, it helps me reach more people and spread the message. Subscribe to the channel using the subscribe button below so you don't miss any new update or video. Press the bell to receive notifications every time I upload new content. And if you would like to support me directly and help me create more content, you are welcome to join me on Patreon. Your support is significant for me and allows me to continue investing in creating quality and enjoyable content for you. Thank you so much for joining and watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. See you in the next video.